What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Toothpast, and in this video it's going to be a little bit different because Christopher's not going to be in the video, only because he is in SeaWorld. He's having a grand old time while I still have to do school. But basically today is going to be another fidget spinner type of video. Before all of the craze came over about the fidget spinner, there was this thing called the Fidget Cube. Now, this thing is way in the past now. Just feels like it's moving from one thing to the next thing. Soon there will be a whole nother thing coming out, and everything that I have now will be unpopular. But basically, I got this Fidget Cube a couple of weeks ago after about 5 months of waiting for it. If you want to know where to get this, it is actually called Antsy Labs, but it takes them a while to actually deliver it to you. It took me about 4 months for them to get it to me. I can't really say that it was worth it, but yeah, so it comes in this little bag, and this is basically the Fidget Cube. Now, this was the thing before the fidget spinner. There is a button up here where you can flip it. There is a little spin thing. It just, oh, the noise is just so good. There's like a joystick if you're like really into playing video games. I guess it's for all the nerds out there. And then there's these little like rolling things. There's a stupid thing called breathe where you just put your dumb finger here. I don't really know what the point of that is. And then there is the buttons. So that's basically the Fidget Cube. So this was supposed to help kids that have like ADHD or whatever that can't keep still. So I guess the new thing, which I guess is starting to get a little bit old as of now, is the fidget spinner. And this thing is like the big craze right now. Everybody wants a fidget spinner. Even I wanted a fidget spinner, so Christopher got one for me. This is basically it. Now, in the previous video, I showed you guys how to make this thing work smoother and faster, so go check that video out. But basically, here it is. That's what a fidget spinner does. You can spin it, and if you like turn it, it makes like a very satisfying like feeling. You know, it's supposed to help you concentrate, I guess, is what all these things are supposed to do. You know, I just really love the fidget spinner. But yeah, so let's get into the review. So let me just take the thumbnail real quick. Alright, done. Oh, crap. But basically, I'm just going to tell you guys what I like about both of these things. Let me start off with the Fidget Cube because it was the first thing that I actually mentioned. So the thing that I like about the Fidget Cube is that there are multiple things that you can do with it. So if you get tired of one thing, well, you can just move on to the next thing. It's not that big of a deal. Another thing I like about the Fidget Cube is that it has this like spinner thing on it. No, this is... Another thing I like about the Fidget Cube is that it's got all this stuff packed into it, but is in this like little square, like, and you have all this stuff to do. It's fun to mess around with everything, so you'll never get bored with the Fidget Cube. One thing I don't like about the Fidget Cube is that it isn't compact enough where you can put it in your pocket without somebody seeing. Like, this will bulge out like here, let me just show you guys. I don't want my friends seeing that. It makes me look like I have a big lump on my leg. But yeah, so that's the problem with the Fidget Cube, is you can't really put it in your pocket because it looks stupid and you'll get laughed at. Another thing I don't like is that it's loud, and so people get bugged by the noises, and it's like kind of, you hear that sound? I don't like that when I'm fidgeting with something. Now let me get into the fidget spinner. Now, one thing I like about the fidget spinner is you can be really discreet about this. One, it goes in your pocket, you can't see a thing. It's very like thin, so nobody will see it if it's in your pocket. You can just whip this bad boy out, whoosh, spin, have a fun time. Basically, I love it because it's so simple, but yet it's so much fun just to spin it. It's so satisfying to just... It's everything I dream of. Basically, it's just so smooth and works very well. One thing that I don't like about the fidget spinner is that it kind of annoys me because like it doesn't spin as long as you would like it to on some of the fidget spinners, so you have to be really precise about where you get it. There's not really a certain place on where you can get this thing. Like for the Fidget Cube, there's a brand called Antsy Labs which invented it basically, so you know where to get that to get a good one. This one, you search all over the place and you might get a good one, you might get a bad one. I ended up with a bad one, but what I did was me and Chris beefed this thing up, so now it's like so smooth and awesome. But I really, other than that, I don't really have any complaints about the fidget spinner. It's very awesome. One thing I would say though, one thing is that because of its like amazingness, you kind of get distracted by it, so I wouldn't really say it helps you focus that well because you're focused on spinning the dang thing. So if I had to say who wins this versus battle, well, the fidget cube, very loud, a lot more stuff to do on it. You have a good time with it, but you can't fit it in your pocket, and you can't, you can't hide it, and it's loud and it bugs your friends. So I'd say this is pleasurable for you, but it doesn't really help the environment. The fidget spinner, very discreet, you can hide it in your pocket. It's very fun to spin, and you get two things with it. You can spin it and you can like move it around your hand. Gives you a nice satisfying feeling. So yeah, one thing about this is that it doesn't have a lot to it and you get distracted by it. So that is basically my review. I would say that this is way more expensive than this. That's another thing, is this is cheaper. You can find cheap ones. So if I had to choose between one of these, I think I would honestly go with the fidget spinner. Honestly, just because, one, you can hide it, it's easy to whip out just to play with. This thing, like, there's a lot of stuff, but it's rickety, it doesn't fit in your pocket, people get bugged and they want to kill you if you have it. My winner for today is the fidget spinner, and I hope you guys did like this different type of video. A very bad tongue twister right there. But please leave a like, a subscribe, and help us get to 600 subscribers. We're currently at 500. Our goal is 1,000 by the end of the month, and hopefully that will be able to happen. I don't know. Also, stay tuned because we're getting a Canon G7X. So honestly, I'd recommend picking both of these up, although the fidget spinner is better. So I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys have a great day, and toothpaste tubers that are watching, please turn on notifications. I keep forgetting to say this in every video, but make sure you turn on those notifications so that you can get notified on every single one of our videos, and so that you can become an Toothpaste 3 MVP. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out.